for the busted heart. This is for the question mark. This is for the outcast soul, lost control, no one knows. Singing for the cocoa bag, singing for the broken past, singing for the just found out life is now upside down. If you're looking for hope tonight, raise your hand. If you feel alone and don't understand, if you're fighting in the fight of your life, then stand. We're gonna make it through this hand in hand. And if we fall, we will fall together. Together. And this is for the second chance. This is for the new romance. This is for the loved in vain, overcame, it's not too late. If you're looking for hope tonight, raise your hand. If you feel alone and don't understand, if you're fighting in the fight of your life, then stand. We're gonna make it through this hand in hand. And if we fall, we will fall together. Together. And when we rise, we will rise together. Together. If you're looking for hope tonight, raise your hand. If you feel alone and don't understand, yeah. If you're fighting in the fight of your life, then stand. We're gonna make it through this hand in hand. And if we fall, we will fall together. Together. And when we rise, we will rise together. Together. Together we are dangerous. Together with our differences. Together we are bolder, braver, stronger. This is for the second chance. This is for the new romance. This is for the loved in vain, overcame, it's not too late. If you're looking for hope tonight, raise your hand. If you feel alone and don't understand, if you're fighting in the fight of your life, then stand. We're gonna make it through this hand in hand. And if we fall, we will fall together. Together. And when we rise, we will rise together. Together. If you're looking for hope tonight, raise your hand. If you feel alone and don't understand, yeah. If you're fighting in the fight of your life, then stand. We're gonna make it through this hand in hand. And if we fall, we will fall together. Together. And when we rise, we will rise together. Together. Together we are dangerous. Together with our differences. Together we are bolder, braver, stronger.
What is up? What is up, everybody? Guess what? I got a big surprise for you. The Evolve is late. Who would have known? Who would have known, right? Anyways, I'm almost set up here. I don't have any graphics or anything for you, anybody. But hey, it's because I know a lot of people just chime in, want to see what this is all about, get like the first couple of minutes of it, and then bail or whatever. But so I was sitting there yesterday. I'm watching the president's press conference. We're probably gonna bring it up and listen to it and talk about it a little bit because it's just insane the stuff that they're talking about. I mean, it is. Let me make sure I got sound. Okay, I now I'm paranoid because when I first started doing this, every time I started a video, it didn't have any sound. But yeah, so he gets up there. He's like, "I'm the president of the United States, and the president has total authority. He has total authority, and the governors understand that. The governors of the states, and even the reporter." Which I'm guessing was from CNN, and I'm definitely not a fan of CNN, but there's probably a person that's less of a fan of CNN than me, and that's the president, and he gets all flustered when he talks to him for some reason, because I guess he realizes that they're not his friend. But, so I think that was them, and she's like, but what about the 10th Amendment? Yeah, the one that says anything not covered in the Constitution is delegated to the states. And he just avoided it altogether. And then he said, the federal government has absolute power, and that just floored me, man. That just floored me. Because I mean, it's just that's not what this country is. Our founding fathers created the Constitution in order to keep the centralized federal government as small as possible. It is the foundation of what this country is limited federal government. And he's like, the federal government has absolute power. And I was just, my jaw dropped. The president of the United States stating that the federal government has absolute power. And it's not even a matter of whether he's claiming dictatorship or whatever, because that's kind of what it sounded like he was saying as the conversation went on between. I mean, you could tell he was getting frustrated with this reporter, but it was, I mean, I couldn't get it. I was like, man, did he really just say that? What he was referring to, though, about the federal government having absolute power was versus state power. You know, that the states should individually look at what they want to do and stuff, but that's exactly why the federal government doesn't have absolute power. He wasn't claiming like monarchy or dictatorship. Now that's whenever he said the president has total authority, that's when he was claiming that he was a dictator. I don't know if he knew that or not. But when he was saying that the federal government has absolute power, he was speaking in terms of state government versus federal government. And I guess the president doesn't understand that in the United States, the state governments are supposed to have the ultimate power. That's why states can institute laws within their state that violate federal law. As long as you don't get pulled over by a federal marshal or the FBI, you're okay. Ask Colorado, Washington, now California, and I think 20 other states that have legalized marijuana. It's still a federal crime. If you get caught coming across the border with it by Border Patrol, because Border Patrol is a federal agency, you're still going to get arrested or have your stuff confiscated or whatever. So, but what he is saying is federal government has absolute power, and that just, all my libertarian alarm bells went off with that one. Hey, how's it going, Michael? Glad you could make it. So the intro songs, that's what I wanted to talk about. That pretty bad. I hope everybody was able to watch the video I posted yesterday. It was a quick, shot it in the morning, edited it, and I think I had it up by 1 o'clock. So it was pretty good, I think. My camera was blurry. I got to get this camera straight. I think I got it pretty good now. I still look blurry. I don't know. Maybe I'll play with it. Maybe when Bobby's talking, I'll play with it. But this camera's weird. So, the intro song. That was my church's debut of their Church What, Church Who, Church You song. They played on Sunday for our Easter service. And it's great. You could probably find it online, rockfaithcenter.com. Go to live. Oh, I don't know if he's posted it up yet. I might have to share it or something. But yeah, so they had a drive-in service. We had all of our parking lot full of cars and people in their cars. And we made the news. It said determined to worship. And my pastor liked that quite a bit. So yeah, we were quite determined to worship. I did have some notes. Maybe I didn't have any notes. Oh, I did have a note about Easter that I thought it was kind of crazy that church having service on Easter was both divisive and political. I thought that was crazy. We didn't. But nose is itching. Get some allergy stuff in here. Why am I always on time? Because I'm a soldier. I am a soldier. I got people dependent on me to be on time. And like I said before, just like my pastor says, if he's preaching to an empty sanctuary, so be it. I'm going to be on time. If there's nobody else here, then I'm preaching to myself. But that's okay. That's it. Being that I suspect that your native language there is Dutch, right? Right? I think. And that you knew to correct that from your to your in chat. It's pretty funny. I don't know if that's if Dutch is your native language or English is the second language or what, but I mess that up all the time. And English is my only language, so I thought that was funny. Yep, one day he'll be on time. Even if he's on time, he stands outside the door and makes sure he's late. So, I forgot to show my ringer off. Oh no! Okay, wrong button. Okay, also, I am actually streaming this through a Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone. So hopefully we don't get canceled. I guess from what I'm hearing, because of all the homeschooling stuff that's going on, that these 15-year-old hackers and stuff are DDoSing all of the internet connection or internet service providers all over the place in order to not do schoolwork. So that's a lot of trouble to go through not to do schoolwork. Make sure I didn't. We should still be good. Looks like we're still good. Right? Yep, we are cooking with gas. So yeah, and then there's protests going on all over the place. If you Google it, we got protests in Ohio. I mean, they were getting rowdy there. We got a protest scheduled for tomorrow in New Orleans. So, I mean, I like the protests as long as they're nonviolent. You know, people standing up and saying, "Hey, we want to go back to work," and they're social distancing out the window. These people are like, "No, we're tired of this. This is bull." Well, they finally figured out this was a bunch of overblown panic for nothing. The same thing I've kind of been saying, you know, for a while now. And yeah, it's nuts. So we're getting protests all over the place. We got Dr. Ron Paul just basically told Dr. Fauci, the head of the whole coronavirus task force thing, that he should just quit. He should just resign. It's nuts. So I'm really wondering, you know, I want to bring up the press conference, because I know somebody's got to be asking about these protests and stuff, and I want to hear what the president's got to say when people are like, "No, dude, you are not the total authority, and no, the federal government is not the absolute power." That's, You know, this guy's ego, I don't know how he fits in the Oval Office. The guy's ego is so stinking big. It's ridiculous, man. There's something to be said about a humble leader. You know, if you want a good example, let me think of a good example. Let me think of the greatest leader ever in the history of the human race. A matter of fact, the guy has not even set foot on earth in 2,000 years and still has millions of people following him. Jesus Christ, the guy who knelt down and washed the feet of his apostles. That guy. That's a humble leader. Millions of people still following him. He hasn't even set foot on the earth. Of course, he lives in our hearts, but, you know, it's a different story. So, yes. Oh, Matu's like, so we getting cash tomorrow? Yeah, well, yesterday at the press conference, they said the majority of citizens should have the check in the mail. Actually, the check should be in the bank tomorrow, Wednesday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, April 15th. So if you're watching this later. So, yep. I actually was late. Wasn't I late? I was a couple minutes late, like 2-3 minutes late. Not like this guy, though. So, yeah, we got protests. We got Dr. Ron Paul standing up. We got conspiracy theorists coming out of the woodwork. I got people I never thought I would hear conspiracy theories coming from talking about them. Because
I heard something about some money up in here tomorrow. What? I'm here.
Did you break anything?
No, I didn't break anything. What's up? My ticket is still there.
Wow, that thing's way delayed.
Huh? It is way delayed. What's happening, libertarians? What's been going on, man?
You haven't been listening?
I've been here.
No, don't do that. Yeah. You
No.
almost grounded it and plugged. No, you almost put it in here. That would have been.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a ground. That would have fried everything.
Really?
That's ground, yeah. You didn't know that? The round hole on a plug is ground. Yeah.
What do you mean by ground?
Like ground. Like,
Because this thing doesn't matter. Like when I have
the
like
positive and negative, that's the negative.
when I have
This is
like
the positive.
when I had plugs that have this and like when it has the 3-prong, we would
Break them off?
Break it off.
Yes. It's not advisable, but you can do that if you have to.
Yeah.
But it's like a
Hard
safety
time.
thing. If you get,
So I hear
if
your
you get a power
internet
surge, it
is
goes
acting
down.
crazy, and I might need
Yeah.
to get on.
You can keep trying the Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's. It doesn't say that it's not working, but of course it's not saying that it is working either. So.
Someone sent me $27 Cashapp. That's weird. Out of nowhere.
Oh hey, let's see if it's this might be. Let me turn it on.
Okay.
No, see, I got nothing. Either that or it's just super slow. I think that's what I'm hearing is that these kids are DDoSing the ISPs.
They are.
So no, all the
DDoS.
internet's crashing.
I did break something. DDoS right now.
It's slide. There's a slide in the top. Man, you are a mess today.
I am. I've just got up. I was streaming all day long.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. I've been on YouTube all day long, streaming.
Oh.
On the Evolve Apex all day.
Oh, I saw your gaming one. Gaming
That's
news
all I
update.
did.
Gaming news update.
Oh, it was just me gaming. All day. Apex.
Were you on Mixer?
On Mixer too, all at the same time. I tried it. I did Mixer, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. I learned it, and Lou hopped on it and gave me my only dislike. She hopped on. She disliked it. Like, I was like, really? Don't even get on it.
She's a gaming hater, man.
She just disliked. I like.
Plus,
you messing up my ratio.
I was in here playing D3, so she's really hating on games, anyways.
Like I'm thinking about having your son do a Dear Gamers.
How about a dear anti-gamer?
They're anti-gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's actually, and I'll have him talk a little bit more. Oh yeah, that's a great idea of how gaming actually help. Okay, where's your?
That's your check, Evolve.
Speaking of
that
checks,
Wednesday. Who's that?
that's what they say. But they've been doing it in alphabetical order. Like yesterday.
Alphabetical order?
Yeah, like when I told you.
You should get yours before mine then.
Like last week, last week.
throw it down.
You just broke it.
Just throw it down.
What is it? Broke what?
It's the floor.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, like I had some, the 2 employees, their last names were A, Avars. They got theirs. Yesterday, I had someone, last name starts with a C. He got his.
So you're thinking it's alphabetical?
It is. It's going to be alphabetical.
No. Well, they said the Secretary of Treasury said it was, most people will have theirs by Wednesday. Like COB Wednesday. That's close of business for those of you non-military people.
I'm just looking. If I get money, I'm going to be...
The Dutch guy corrected your English.
I'll be happy.
Corrected his own English. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm a J, but I'm not
You're not
really
going to get it.
expecting anything.
You're going to get something.
Yes.
You can get like 50 cents or something. 50 cents.
Hey, where's your other... 417 Evolvers, I said.
Oh, he corrected his own. Oh, no. I thought he corrected your English. He corrected his own English. I thought that would be really hilarious if somebody who English is a second language correct a second grade teacher's English.
No, but
anyways, I was wrong.
But you know, it's been proven that most writers are horrible with grammar.
That's true.
With grammar. Like all your great.
And you know,
we hate spelling.
And you know, most people that learn English as a second language are better at it than we are, than those of us who have it as a primary language. Man. That's funny, huh?
It's been proven. See what Evolver's up to. So I wanted to talk about some. Did you happen to see my thumbnail?
No.
Oh, and what I wanted. Okay, never mind.
Did you see mine?
Government. I seen.
Conspiracies? You want to talk conspiracies?
Government conspiracies.
Oh, they're out
lies,
there. They are full blown. I've heard that this whole thing is pharmaceutical industry. I heard that it is. The Fed is taking over.
So this was my my thumbnail. What do you believe? COVID-19.
Have you seen that? Did you watch that? Did you watch the movie I showed you?
I did. I watched a little bit. I didn't watch
Shadow Out of the Shadows.
I was gaming all day.
That thing got 4 million views in 4 days.
I did. $1 million a day. $10,000 a day, man. I should. All right. I only had like 2 people say, "Can we talk conspiracy?" I was like, "All right, we'll do it." Government.
They're huge, man. And then people protesting now.
Lies.
Did you hear President? He's got absolute power. Or no, he has total authority.
There is stuff going on. Let me turn this spot on too.
President, not Preston from your
If
Minecraft
I was
YouTube.
president.
Not Preston from Minecraft YouTube.
Let me tell you, like I just got up on. I did forget it was Tuesday until I got the text. And then I took a shower, and I was like, I'm on my way.
Yeah, I was on my computer, and
I was like, oh shoot!
Facebook on
it's Tuesday. Yeah, I figured as much. I was gonna see how I was gonna see how long I could sit here and just talk to myself. See how long
because I was just gaming.
Because the problem is, if I want to load up a video, then I got all this dead air. You can't fill the time while I load up a video, and I did not load up any videos ahead of time where I could just click and play. I was watching Ron Paul talk.
I want to give this intro. All right, let's get off of your Wi-Fi because yours is.
It's not working, dude. That's my Wi-Fi right there.
You gotta go on your. You gotta go on.
So I'm hoping this thing.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Krabs?
And obviously, T-Mobile does have unlimited data, because otherwise I would definitely be buffering right now.
Yeah, I've unlimited. Let me just get off. Trump, let it wash over. Guys, today is crazy. Here with Dave Moreno, Libertarian Dave.
How y'all doing, Volvers?
For those that want to talk conspiracy.
You need to mirror yours, because look, mine, church backwards.
That's interesting. Everything is blurry, right? Interesting. Okay, let's.
Brought you a snack too. You gonna eat on camera again?
Oh, you got snacks?
No, isn't that yours? On top of your ticket?
Oh yeah, I did bring up.
You can't even read your ticket anymore.
I can't. I don't want to.
How you gonna pay it?
I don't.
You're not gonna. You gonna do jury nullification like I'm advising people? Jury nullification, people. I'm telling you. Watch my video I uploaded yesterday. Talk about jury nullification. A real
Pork
deal.
cat.
Got to use it, man. It's even most libertarians don't even talk about it that much. It's serious.
Guys, a lot of stuff is going on, man. Like a lot of stuff. I want to start off with this. All right, you've got some. I want to play something for you, and the biggest thing that's gonna be happening. Oh, it's on my Galaxy now. Okay, got the Wi-Fi. Okay, so I want to play something for you real quick, and we can start off with this, and something that's supposed to be happening today. It's happening today at 11 o'clock. The government is going to be. Well, I don't want to say, but this is huge. It's huge, and I'm just gonna play it. It's a big thing.
It's spooky, man. Listen, my friend, he's in the military, man. He just called me. He said, bro, at 11:30 p.m. tonight, man, you need to stay inside the house. And I was like, man, what's going on? Look, 11:30 p.m. all across the nation, man. Y'all need to stay inside because the government going to be spraying chemicals in the air, man. They're going to be spraying chemicals all over the fucking air, man. If you outside or if you out and if you leave your windows open, some shit. Look,
I tried to do
y'all need to share
factual
information.
information.
Right now, I just got
Wait.
my boy. He's in the military.
He's in the military.
The government, they're going to be spraying the air with chemicals trying to get rid of the coronavirus. So y'all need to just stay the fuck inside and don't come out, man. This shit getting crazy, man.
He crazy, and he using potty mouth language on my stream. Well, I got a church shirt on.
Spread this shit right now, man. This shit about to get spooky, man. What the
Is he gonna say anything new? My kid's right here too, and you got this guy foul mouth language on there.
So,
Potty mouth.
Potty mouth.
So-
Seriously, you need to dump a gallon of soap down that guy's mouth, right? Babe?
so tonight, the government is supposed to be spraying
How many
chemical.
How
to
many
stop
military
it.
people do you think I know?
Because
How many? Just take a wild number. Just throw a number out there. How many military people
I
do you
don't know,
think I
but
know?
this guy, he got his sources
But
from someone in the military.
How many do you think I know?
I don't know.
And how high up do you think that list goes as far as rank and
I'm just saying.
do you think I would have got one instant message?
But his
I was 25 years in the military.
his
25 years. I know colonels, generals, sergeants majors
so
from all four branches.
so you're not believing the
My
chemical
whole
thing.
church is nothing. Like 85% of my church is military.
So I'm getting that you
I'm
don't
not
believe
buying it. It's not gonna happen.
Tonight.
Don't. It's not. Let's talk.
God.
Let's talk real conspiracy.
This is what's happening. This is the most current thing that's
jeez.
going on.
Where's this? Oh, why don't you do a video like that? It could go viral, man. You've tried, haven't you?
I have not. I don't
Yeah.
get into that.
I mean, you could just make something up.
I don't.
Be like,
You know what? I don't make stuff up, man.
you could do the same thing, but you flip it around
No,
and say
this
they
guy-
spraying coronavirus on your house.
He's serious, and this has been spreading out. This has been shared 4,600 times.
Wow. Wow. Out of the shadows, 4 million views in 4 days. 1 million in like 4 hours.
I'm just saying. So they're supposed to be spraying. So you don't believe that they're going to
Even Ron Paul got over 200,000 subscribers now.
They're going to be spraying.
He needs 5 packs of soap.
You really, yeah, right.
Are you?
That's what they need to spray. They need to spray his mouth out with
Well,
soap.
you're gonna make sure. Well, you are gonna make sure that you're not outside though. Even
At
if you don't
11:30
know
at night, I will be asleep. So no, I will not be outside.
you gonna conceal your windows and whatnot.
No, I'm gonna watch through my camera though in the morning. I'll make sure I rewind and check. I'll check just because I have cameras outside.
This is serious.
Is it gonna mess up the paint on my truck?
I
though?
take everything serious.
Is it gonna mess up
guys.
the paint on my truck?
I know. I usually walk Frankie and let Frankie go out and whatnot. So
Don't do it. Not
she's
Frankie.
not going out for a while. She's
Not
not going to be going outside because even
Why haven't we ever met Frankie? I got a yard and stuff. You could bring Frankie over for a visit.
Yeah,
We do a
that's
visit.
what I've been
Maybe-
waiting for.
Lou's been waiting for it too.
Maybe
Lou's like, when are we
Thursday.
ever
Maybe
gonna
I'll-
meet Frankie?
Maybe I'll bring her over Thursday.
Yeah, she could
When
shoot a
it's
video.
my
Shooting,
visit.
It's just
Baldy's
see,
video
Okay,
game.
maybe Friday then.
Frankie and Devolvey can't be in the same video?
Oh, I'll do Friday only because
That's like too much cuteness in one video, or what? You got Frankie and
Frankie wants
little
to
Devolve.
play, she's needy, and I can't do anything. I can't do anything. It's kind of like having kids. Like you don't want your kids when you're working around. You
Really?
know, you
It's
don't
that
want-
bad? Is she really that?
Frankie
neat?
loves.
She needs attention.
She just plays and stuff.
She needs attention.
I know I won't get anything done with this video or anything because she's gonna be. It's just I know Frankie. But anyway, guys, there's that.
Protests, man, protests. Those are for real. There's for real protests. Do you want to see the Ohio one?
So
There's an Ohio protest. Let me look it up.
I got more though. This is stuff that's going on, guys. All right, he doesn't.
Oh, look.
Let me see what my
That's
evolvers
it.
say.
Volvey, I am in me saying he's going to be late.
All right.
Now, I'm going to look up let's look at the Ohio protest. It's for real, for real.
All right.
See, I'm not going to be able to do this, man.
No.
Because, look, I'm streaming okay, but I'm afraid if I start messing with stuff, it's going to get bad. So these things are all over the country, though, man. There's protests all over the country.
What are people protesting?
Here you go.
The COVID?
They want to come off lockdown.
Oh, you hear our governor on Friday, but he's supposed to be putting in. Oh, well, we'll talk about that later. I don't subscribe to many conspiracy theories, but one I do. All right, here goes one. All right, listen to this, Tristan. But one I do bank on is the China released the virus as a form of biological germ. That's a big one. People did feel that China did do that. That this is part.
So why do you bank on that one? I mean, what?
I mean, that's the
what
big
evidence?
one. A lot
of
people believe.
I want to
that.
know. I want to know what evidence that was presented to you that convinced you of that. Or are you just thinking just because
It came from China.
because it's China, you're
And
thinking
not
that
just
it's-
that, they arrested 2 months ago. We arrested from Harvard University. There was a person just 2 months ago.
Yeah, genetic engineering.
Yeah, and they bring all that in, and he
That-
was from China. So
but that's
they've been
still not
putting
like
they've been putting all that together. So there's a lot of stuff that's been.
I mean, I'm not.
I'm saying you asked, so I'm going through
I don't.
everything. The reasoning. Earth is flat, government is bull. Okay.
I don't know what that. What,
So one by one. So starting with the. So you don't believe that this was a. Okay.
yeah. See, now you're
There we
repeating yourself. Hold on. Let me pause this right there.
Why you get that?
Okay, so we got this one. We got this on cue now. Let me bring.
But that's a big one. A lot of people do believe that China purposely did this, and you haven't heard that? Is that a
Oh yeah,
surprise
yeah.
to
I've
you?
heard it. Yeah, I've heard that they.
You don't
they
believe that China had
intentionally-
something
They
to do with
intentionally
it?
they intentionally released it into Wuhan because they knew it would get blamed on the wet markets and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I heard that. I've heard that one too.
You
It's highly possible. I mean, they're kind of upset because of the tariffs and stuff. So.
right. So
But we're the biggest consumers.
so where are you?
So wiping
at
us
with
out
that?
is really not a good idea for anybody because we are the largest consumers in the
But
world.
we want your belief. What we're doing today is on each conspiracy, your belief.
Oh, we're gonna do
Your belief
we're
on
gonna
a
do-
scale
We're gonna
1
do
through-
the belief meter.
Yeah, your belief.
That was-
so
that
this
one,
one on your scale, and we're only going
what
1
is it?
through 5.
1 through 5. I would
where's your
say
belief on
this
that?
one.
I'm
I
a
would
3
s-
on this one.
I would say I'm a 3 too.
I'm a 3. Like
I
that's
would
not
even
nothing-
go
I
as
think
far as say
something-
3.5.
Yeah.
I would say
Like
3.
I think
Like
it's something
3.5
gonna come out.
that China actually developed this virus
And
and
that's-
released it into Wuhan market so that it would create the next pandemic.
I'm a 3.5 that China definitely.
I
had
would
something
say-
to
okay,
do-
I would say
I
a
think
3.
something got out of control.
I would say
I don't
I'm
think
a
that
3.
they meant for it to. I think that it was. Well, I'll go ahead and let you do.
I would say it's a 3 that China did it, and it's a 3.5. I would add another 3.5 that it was a social experiment. That this was
This was just a test.
a worldwide
for something.
test to see how much control governments could grab.
So are you saying that
'Cause it's
U.S. was
worldwide.
part of it, or it was just
could-
China?
It could have been anybody.
You okay?
I'm saying 3.5. I'm upping it if you encompass the entire world and say that it could have been from anybody or everybody. I mean,
Really?
they just widened the range.
That's pretty
of it.
big, though.
Yeah.
From everybody, all the governments. So now all the
Well,
governments
yeah, it
are
would
working
be-
together to get ultimate
It would
control.
be. Well, no, I don't. It wouldn't even have to be that. If you think about it, though, I mean, this was a domino effect.
Okay.
Once one government started doing it, then all the governments started doing it. So it wouldn't have to be all of them. It could have just been China and the U.S. It could have been China and Italy. It could have been just a couple of governments to create this domino effect of control. Where and then it became like a competition. Well, who's going to do the most to save the most lives? You know what I mean? So so it was like, well, they're social distancing, so we got to social distance, and they're shutting their economy down, so we got to shut our economy down. And then it happened the same way within the states.
In your conspiracy theory, in that, let me ask you, were people supposed to die? Were there supposed to be this many casualties?
You're not going to release a virus and not have people die.
Did they, in your conspiracy, did they know that it would affect the whole world?
But
Or
I
they
think
wanted to
I
do
think
that?
if this conspiracy is true, I think they knew exactly who and how many it would kill because of the effect that it had. So it's really, I don't think when all is said and done, it's even going to have as much of a mortality, as many deaths as the flu.
Mm.
We're sitting at what, 16,000 right now or something like
Yeah.
that. The flu had.
I don't know. I
the
believe
44,000 is like the number to beat, I guess you could say.
Mm.
As bad as that sounds when we're
Right.
talking about dead people, but you know.
I believe
And that's
that
why
this
people are
one more-
protesting right now, because they're starting to see the government backtrack, because the amount of people being admitted to hospitals is starting to drop.
Mm.
So the cases are starting to drop. And they're still trying to, but we're not done with this social experiment yet. We're not done pushing the envelope of how much power we can grab. And, we're not done yet. So we can't be not getting sick people anymore.
Okay, so you believe it was more on to see how much power
I'm
and
just
more
saying, if we're
government.
talking
That
conspiracy.
conspiracy, that if you're in your conspiracy.
I don't know if
See,
it's conspiracy or if it's just the way that it is. It's just, it's the government has the power, so they have to use it. I'm not saying it could, don't get me wrong, it sounds like a conspiracy, but it's the institute of government. See, that's what people think, that there's corruption, that there's corrupt politicians, right? That this politician's corrupt or this politician's corrupt. But there's something that people have to understand. The system is corrupt. It's an institution whose power is solely based on the use of force. And because that is the only power they have, they cannot create wealth. They cannot do things out of the kindness of their heart. They cannot make people do things out of the kindness of their heart. They have to use force. And based off of that concept alone, creates an institution that's bound to be corrupt. Because it's based on negative philosophies. That's why our forefathers wanted the government to be as small as possible. It's the only institution that can oppress people, that can create slaves, that can murder legally.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only institution that can kill people legally. Literally, they could pull up in black vans outside my house right now, come in here, and kill everybody in my house, and what could we possibly do about it?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Our families could complain. They could go to news media, and they could. You see all the people on the news media talking about stuff like that, right? And they all look like they're crazy, right? Because we've been programmed that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I totally agree. In mine, I think that it was less, in my theory, it was less about gaining control in government. It was more, I think that it was intentionally, and that it was more vengeful than anything. Donald Trump, he has been in office for 4 years, and he has done a lot, and he has cracked down a lot on China. Believe it or not, not just.
But he's great friends. He's great friends. I'm great friends with the Chinese.
Is
he a dictator or the Chinese guy? Emperor?
Emperor.
No, he's not emperor.
What's
the
what they
Chinese leader
use?
called?
I don't know what they used to call him. That's what they used to call him.
Oh yeah. They haven't had a dynasty or anything.
Yeah. But I believe that yes. Are you frozen?
Buttsville. It's that's my Wi-Fi.
Your internet. Okay.
Yeah, this is on my.
So I believe that it's. I believe that in my conspiracy, it's more revenge. I believe that China wanted to They wanted to do something to the U.S. and make sure their names are not on it. That make it seem unintentional. Not so much far as government, but I feel that it was governments against governments, so to speak. More of a vengeful act, and I'm feeling a certain way. I don't think that it was supposed to get this world.
No
it was
way. There's no way they could release this thing and think that they could contain it.
I think that they had a plan.
If they did
I think they had a plan.
If they did this, it did exactly what they meant it for it to do. Unless it mutates. If it mutates, then they probably couldn't have planned that. I don't know. Pretty smart fellows working on it. That Harvard guy and stuff.
Yeah. No, Harvard. I mean, it makes sense.
And then, did you hear? He said that he said that the Chinese they're going to be punished for it. President Trump said that.
Did he say
Yeah. Well, a reporter was like, "Well, are there going to be any consequence? Why are there no consequences for China?" And he's like, "How do you know there's not consequences?" It's just like, well, you haven't said there was any consequences. You don't know if there's consequences. Just because you don't know that there's no consequences doesn't mean that there's not any consequences.
And he's been saying that against China, and he's been. I mean, people wanted to put the U.S. want to humble the U.S. and especially, and this was a tipping point. I mean, Donald Trump was the tipping point for a lot of these countries, as far as the U.S. Because a lot of people in a lot of countries, they feel that the U.S. just like government, we're the government to these other countries, and they feel that we are the ones that overstep and always button in. And when Donald Trump got in, he fully complimented that. I mean, he shut down a lot. So? And there was a lot of these countries they don't like, and it was just a matter.
They don't like Donald Trump.
They don't like the U.S.
Well,
It's not even.
They can join about half the country.
It's not. Donald Trump is Donald Trump, but they don't like the country in general. The U.S. They do feel that a lot of countries they do feel that we feel that we are this higher power, this overpower, and can do and come in and go and
not for long.
Kind of police the world whenever we want, and people want to humble
not for
us.
Long.
Countries. That's why countries want to invade us. That's why countries want to invade us.
Why can't they invade us? Then why don't they invade us? Why don't they invade us?
Tell me why.
Why don't they invade us? Why has the U.S. never been invaded?
well, I mean, one of the things is, and one of the great things is, a big part of it is your amendment of your Second Amendment. Not just our military, but everyone's got guns.
This is a true story.
But go ahead.
When the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, they basically demolished the entire naval fleet, they got us. They had open ocean all the way from Hawaii to the California coast.
That was a big victory.
So they asked after the war, why did they not land in California and invade the United States? And the Japanese emperor or the Japanese general said, he's like, there was no way we could calculate the losses we would take from the civilians, the armed civilians in the United States, because we are so gun crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
So he said that he probably could have made it. If it was just the military they were dealing with, he probably could have made it to the Mississippi. That's what their plans had shown. Mm-hmm. If it was just the United States military, then their invasion would have probably got them all the way to the Mississippi River. But they couldn't account for the millions of civilians, armed civilians within the United States.
Your amendment.
So they said,
number 2.
Forget it. We're not going to even try to invade the United States.
I didn't even know you said that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, so no one does that. But so they have to get creative, like viruses and certain ways to humble us. A lot of times, like, and I thought that there was going to be.
It always backfires, because whenever they release this virus, what did everybody go? When there's a panic in the United States, when something happens big in the world, what do panicked Americans do? We go buy more guns and more ammunition. It was like everything. You know what left the shelves? They only talked about the toilet paper, but it was toilet paper, guns, and ammo.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. This may sound bad, because my thinking even a month ago, when this whole thing starts spreading and we start getting weak as a country, because I said to myself, man, an attack is about to happen, because I figure, countries, that's what they do. if you're
did you go see how much
if
ammo
you're
you had in the closet?
yeah, I did. Man, if you're stronger, I thought for sure, and trust me, I did just that. Like I made sure all of my guns and I
clean them up, oil them up,
everything was set in the different spots that I have in my household. I'm telling you,
You got them in different spots.
oh yeah,
You're like the Mr. and Mrs. Smith
I
thing
do.
going on.
I do. I got them in 4 different. I had them in 4 different spots. So I'm serious, and that was my inspiration. I'm a big fan of Mr. I'm a big fan of that. But no, I'm serious. So I thought that an attack, and probably still, because when someone is stronger than you, and you can't take them out by military, what do? You want to weaken them first, and then come in, and once they're weak. And I said, man, this coronavirus, economy, people in quarantine, the citizens can't get out. Perfect time for attack. Someone is weakening the U.S. This is a way to do it, and that was my little conspiracy.
Zafin?
My little conspiracy.
What's going on?
And
Hey, we talking conspiracy theories,
and it's probably not too late. Like
and how
I said,
Valvey
you
has
wanna
an arsenal in his house stashed all over the place, and ceiling tiles and fake floors and.
I don't have fake floors. That might be a good idea. I don't know how much that costs.
His house is laid out like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
It's just got 4.
His
I did get
stove isn't
inspiration.
really a stove.
It's
Secret compartments in the shed out back.
It's fun stuff. It's good stuff. You'll never know though. You'll never know. It's all secure though. So yeah, let's see what Nick said. I don't think China had nothing to do with it. I believe the U.S. did. Oh, this is another thing that the U.S. we did this to ourselves for control. The U.S. did this so y'all remember when so-called vaping was killing people. That was the story.
Oh, they still talking about that.
I really believe it was COVID. So yeah.
Oh really? I didn't hear that. That they were blaming it on vaping. How long ago was that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're still saying that vaping. They're saying that there's a.
I haven't heard that. Really?
They're saying that they found something in vape that is carcinogen, and I was like, really? If you put it on a level with the carcinogens in a cigarette, can you tell me where it's at? Because literally the vapor is like less harmful than regular air pollution.
Right. Interesting. Wait, no.
There's carcinogens in the air we're breathing right now.
You don't have, because now you make me. I'm making sure I'm not the crazy one. You mean to tell me you don't have your gun strategic?
They even got 15 guns. He got 15.
And y'all don't have them strategically.
I can't do that because I got kids. So I only,
you do, but
I do have them in 3 different places.
Okay, they're not just at least at the front and back, and if someone comes in, my ideal is someone.
I usually just carry it on me.
I don't have that luxury. That's why I have
just
to play.
Carry it on me. So. Yeah, so that way it's everywhere in the house that I am. So.
Yeah. All right, but getting back, you were talking about vaping.
Yeah, I don't vape. Oh. But anyways, they try to make it seem like it is, like it's super bad for you, and it's way better for you than cigarettes. Because I mean, the cigarette industry is struggling, anyways. Yeah. I mean, how many smokers we got out there? Probably not very many.
Sure. I
mean, people just don't smoke anymore.
They don't smoke.
So, and then a lot of people are using vape because you can regulate the amount of nicotine in it. Mm. A lot of people use vape to regulate the nicotine until they don't have any more nicotine. So, Sean Brady, my dudes, what's up, dudes? What's up, dude?
I got 3.
What up, dude?
I got 3 said, forget this green screen. I'm going to the Libertarian.
That's right. What up, dude?
Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. Got the don't tread on me, Snake.
Yo, so
I just threw this one together for my. I could put the Volvey one back on if you want.
No, that was well. There you go. So government. Let's take guys. We've been talking about this. How about we take about 10 minutes to see if anyone wants to call in on their conspiracy theory on this? Yeah? No. Before we go to that video. Oh no, you're charging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm charging.
Okay.
Let me see what I'm at right now.
All right. No, because
I'm charging and Wi-Fi hotspotting. So I don't know how.
That might be interesting.
I
Let's
don't
see.
know how
I
that
want
will
to
work.
see if anyone wanted to. I might get mine.
Let's see what I'm at right now.
But I wanted to,
39%.
guys. We are talking the conspiracy right now. We're talking about COVID, and if you had a conspiracy, we want to hear you out and hear what you think. We do have a call-in number. If there's someone that did want to call in and talk, let me know, and then we'll work out something. If we don't have to, then we won't. But if you do, we do want to hear from you. If you do.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. If you want to call in, then let us know, and I'll open up the line briefly. We could, because I'm at 39%. We could see if we'll see if
and if
how
not,
it works. So.
Mine is
It's China's fault, yeah, but when we knew about, we didn't take the steps to contain it.
Now you hear that it's not. It wasn't
I think
even.
we took too many steps, but I didn't think we need to take any steps to contain it. It's a virus just like the flu.
Some are saying it won't even from Wuhan. It sounds like Lou Warner went to the. She's got the stream up.
Oh, so she's in an echo.
I hear myself.
It's good to know that there's 2 of us out of the 6.
So, some are saying that it won't even from Wuhan. I mean, Chinese are saying that it's not even from them. Did you hear that?
The Chinese are now saying it's not even from
Yeah,
them.
they're blaming it on the Black Americans, the Black people, even China. I kid you not.
Where do you get this stuff?
Okay, he doesn't. I get all the reports.
No, don't mess.
I'm telling you, this was.
You get all the reports from all these fake news sources.
No, this was on Fox.
On Fox, that says China says it was Black Americans that invented
I always
coronavirus.
show you this and
invented coronavirus.
They said,
and you got to go to
no,
YouTube
it's racist. No, they're saying that Black Americans in China are now receiving racism, and they're locking people up. The Black people, they're protesting, and just like you see, just like I showed you last time. But this is big, man.
The task force is holding the
I probably have to look at my history, but this just came up.
China Mac.
Nope, China Black.
China Girl David Bowie. China Black Market.
Black race.
You can't spell racist. So the Chinese are now racism on China's biggest Lunar New Year television show.
No,
Africans evicted from homes in China.
You think? I don't know why you keep thinking
That's Al Jazeera though. That's pretty good too. But so what does that say?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I always bring you this in your first 10 years old.
Denying allegations of coronavirus racism.
I told you this.
Insisting that foreigners are not being discriminated against.
Well, see, the Chinese are insisting that they're not being. See, that's taken out of context right there. That guy being arrested.
Let's hear this.
Just because one black guy gets arrested in China. Okay, so there's 2 black guys get arrested in China.
What, you want them to show all of them in a 2-minute clip? What are they supposed to do?
You should let me keep going. There's 3 black people getting arrested in China.
Look, you didn't even hear the main thing because you didn't hear it. They can't hear it. The people can't hear it. I want to go back so y'all can hear the report. It's too bad.
Are denying allegations of coronavirus racism, insisting that foreigners are not being discriminated against. Africans living in Guangzhou say that they're being kicked out of their homes and face harassment as health workers step up testing for imported infections. The African Union, Nigeria and Ghana are calling on the Chinese government to address concerns. Professor Keith Richberg is the director of the Journalism and Media Studies Center at the University of Hong Kong. He says there has been discrimination against Africans living in China for some time now.
Ever since Xi Jinping announced that the virus was essentially contained in China and that they could start reopening businesses and reopening factories, the numbers have been going up, but they've been blaming all of those new numbers, those new cases, and the new deaths in China on what they call imported cases, meaning that they've contained it in China, but people coming back into the country are bringing it along. It smacks a bit of xenophobia to me, because number one, most of these so-called imported cases are Chinese nationals who left the Chinese New Year and are just now returning, or returning from schools abroad, etc. So these aren't foreigners, these are Chinese. who are bringing in with the virus. And secondly, they've been given really no statistics to prove that the real numbers of people coming in with the virus are actually foreigners at all. But that's kind of the narrative or the storyline that they'd like to say, is that all of these new cases are all from foreigners. They've even restricted foreign diplomats from coming back into Beijing, for example.
It's just funny how now all the governments, U.S.
talking about
says
Africans.
black, our Department of Defense says black. Now they come out now we're getting these reports. Now all the governments, black, African. So I'm just saying.
Well,
We just start talking about.
They're not even. They didn't even mention black. They just said Africans.
Yeah, black. That's our motherland.
Africans.
Yeah, black.
Africans.
Yeah.
But they were saying immigrating people coming from Africa to China.
Mm-hmm.
That's those people. They're blaming it all on them. They're saying the Chinese are basically got it cured, right? They have fixed Corona in China, but these people keep coming from Africa and reinfecting China.
That's what they
That's
say,
what they're saying.
but then they're getting. But yeah, you only.
I don't know why it would just be. Why are they just picking on Africa? That's a good question.
And it's not just people coming in. If you're just coming in, you want to have a house to get evicted in. These are people that are there.
I know, that's right.
So that's what I'm saying.
Kicked out of their
Black
houses.
people are getting evicted.
Well, because they're getting
people
there, they're getting their house, and then they're getting kicked out.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
They're letting
pulling
them,
that dumb
they're
stuff
letting-
on me.
They're letting them get settled down, and then they're getting the boot.
Like I said, it's ridiculous.
Can we get back at
I had to
least
say
a little
that.
bit local? A little bit local?
Okay, a little bit local.
Like back
did
to
you
the-
did you talk about did you talk?
No, we have not
Okay.
addressed it.
Not
Should we address it now? I mean, we're what?
Okay,
an hour
just-
into the stream now?
Let's do this
Did
story first
anybody
because
hung around?
I need to make sure that I've got my composure, my smile,
this
and
is-
everything.
we've got to
And
be
now is not
no
the-
laughing.
Now is not the time. Let's go to our next story.
Which one, about the protest?
Yeah, you're going to your video.
Ohio, state capitol in Ohio, protests.
Yeah, what are they protesting
But this is happening
about?
everywhere. I seen in other, I want to say North Carolina, but in other states, and there's actually a protest planned protest in New Orleans tomorrow, and I'm hearing about protests right here in El Paso.
Oh, you can go?
Oh yeah, I'll be there if somebody's gonna protest.
Oh, you can't go because it's social distancing. Right?
I'm a libertarian, but
No, it's serious. You're not going. You gonna go to the protest?
no problem.
He's not going to. No, he's not.
I'll get video. You gonna go with me and get video?
Yeah. He's not.
You're
gonna
gonna get
go.
video of me getting arrested. That's what you want. And then you're gonna come back, go live on my channel.
I'm
and be
going
like,
live.
Dave's not gonna be here Thursday or Friday. They didn't do nothing to these guys though. Oh wait up, we got. Y'all remember our talks on Volvy's long overnight stream? Mostly M is the goat. Talk sprinkled in some libertarian values, non-aggression principles, and whatnot. Yeah, you remember?
That's the.
Yeah, I don't think we talked since then. John, I don't think we've caught you on stream since then. So
Yeah, we gotta schedule it. I gotta put the schedule on my banner.
Lou said you're crazy and it's fake news. That was not. That was Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera is a pretty reliable source. So.
I have never did fake news. I don't. But tell me one article I've never.
The video you said just
Okay,
30 minutes
that
ago.
was conspiracy because we're doing conspiracy.
30 minutes ago.
We're doing conspiracy, and how do you? Once it's proven fake, then like I told my
Evolvers. How many of the Evolves things that he does, reactions and stuff like Lord Jamar just killed Vlad, something like that. How many of them? Come on.
What?
It's always fake news.
It's never fake news. Don't try to attack my channel. It's never fake news. It's what he says. And you don't.
That's exactly what I do, Sean.
You don't know it's 11 p.m.
I was, people got mad at me because I'm like, no, I don't need the law, and they were like, oh, you libertarians are all the same. You just don't care about people. I'm like, I haven't left the house in 3 weeks. That's how much I care about people.
That's right.
I just don't need the law. I don't need Big Daddy government telling me what to do. I can take care of myself. Can you take care of yourself? Can you take care of yourself? Can you take care of yourself?
Since I was 15.
Yeah.
No,
So
no.
there you go. So yeah, we're gonna. This still works. We didn't break it. So we're gonna watch this video. This is a video. It's a short one. It's like 45 seconds. So this is the protest.
People are protesting. Yeah.
Protesting in Ohio. I didn't. Oh, I gotta move it up. Dang it. Why isn't it so far down there? There it is. All right.
Man, that was a long message. Whatever that was.
That was just buzzed. Why is it above your head now? Okay, so this is the protest in Ohio. Look at the flags. Ohio back to work.
Mm-hmm.
They're not social distancing.
No, it's all 6 feet. I can see the big gaps they're doing strategically. It's pretty good in unity if they're walking. Everyone's 6 feet. That's impressive. Look at that.
Amy, please leave.
It's the governor.
I'm guessing. Ooh, they got that dude. The dude.
Yeah. No, they were anonymous now.
Yeah. Anon. Ooh.
So that was people
Oh,
protesting.
jeez. And then look what's coming up next.
Oh, he's live?
Yeah, he's
I
live.
just want to thank a lot
All right,
of
President Trump's live.
really
This is-
great people, a lot of great politicians. And again, we're going to be announcing the political list tomorrow. And on there, we're going to have a lot of senators. And we're going to be having a meeting with the governors probably on Thursday, a meeting by teleconference. And a lot of things will be discussed. And some of the details will be discussed.
He's going to cut funding to the World Health Organization.
Job of running their states. I think they'll do an incredible job too. After having gotten to know so many of them, I think each one of them will do an incredible job. And again, the federal government is there. We have ventilators if they need them. We have beds if they need them. We have hospitals if they need them. We have a testing capacity.
We need ventilators.
Why does the federal government have ventilators?
I know,
How many federal hospitals there are?
Dude, Trump's got
Don't
a
say
lot of
VA
them.
hospitals
He's got a
either,
lot of
because
ventilators,
trust
so
me,
that's good.
the VA hospitals don't have ventilators.
Trump's got a lot. This is good.
He's got a lot of ventilators. How many lungs does he have, do you think?
Well, there's a lot of people that work in the White House.
He sent 500 to Colorado. He's a hero for that.
How many people? How many?
He's
staff
taking
you
care
think-
of people.
How many?
Trump's the
staff-
best president ever. He's taking care of people.
How
He's
many
sending
people
ventilators
you
to
think
people.
are in the White House, like at any given time?
300 maybe.
Yeah, about 500.
Do you know this for a fact?
I know.
Or are you guessing?
Quite a bit.
Are you guessing? Or is
I
this
took
like
a field
theory?
trip like there like 3 times.
Dude, oh yeah, you grew up over there.
Yeah,
I've never been there.
3 times.
I was
We
just
would go-
guessing. I got pretty close.
We would
huh?
go through there.
I was guessing.
Hundreds of people, staff members.
Marines?
It's crazy, all over, in the trees, everywhere. I'm telling you, it's insane.
I know they got them all lined up on the roof.
They're everywhere all the time. And then people just walk in and...
Should we keep listening?
Yeah.
Ah,
Let's go ahead. You're going to say something.
Now second to none, where again other countries are calling us.
he talks
Countries
so
that
much
you
and doesn't
thought
say
were doing
anything.
well are calling us
Funding
for help
to
on
who?
testing.
The World
So
Health
we're there to
Organization.
help.
Oh.
And with that, if you have a few questions, we'll take them.
I guess he's
if
mad
not,
at them
that
for
would
some
be
reason.
okay too.
If anybody knows why he's mad at
Please, Jeff.
World Health Organization,
Right, here's
please
the
let me know.
Announcement about the WHO. I understand your grievances with them.
Yeah.
Can you address why it is the correct time to do this now in the middle of the
Well, we're going to be
pandemic?
dealing with countries, and we're going to be dealing with leaders of different parts of the world. We spend $500 million a year. We have for many years, far more than anybody else, including China. And I mean, look, I read off a long list of problems.
Gotta
that
throw
we
that
have.
jab in there
We've
on
had
China.
problems with them for years. It doesn't matter. We're looking at a term of 60
We
to
getting
90
out of this
days.
China
We're doing
debt.
a very thorough investigation right now as we speak. But this should have been done by previous administrations a long time ago.
Blame Obama again.
And when you look at the mistakes that were
That's what
made,
he's saying.
all of the mistakes that were made, it's just something we have to
Obama
look
did
at.
the same thing. He blamed
And
W for
it is
everything.
very China-centric. I told that to President Xi. I said the World Health Organization is very China-centric, meaning
World Health
whatever it
Organization
China,
is
we know it's right. You
China-centric.
can't do that. You can't do
Oh
that.
my God, man.
Not right. And we spend, and again, it's not a question of money, but when we're spending $500 million and China's spending 38 million, 34 million, 40 million, 42 million in a case. It's, again, not money, but it's not right. So we'll see. This is an evaluation.
Hey, Sean, I want to. Oh,
I got here.
What did I do?
Nobody ever thought a thing. In
No,
all
this is
fairness
a
to previous
different
administrations, nobody ever thought
Same
anything
thing.
like this was going to happen.
Oh.
But it did happen.
Oh, no one thought nothing like this was gonna happen.
So
That's been proven.
So no, Sean was saying. Look what Sean said. I don't know if he's. You probably have not been watching my videos, have you, Sean? Sean said the economic detriment has the potential to be worse than the virus itself, meaning the cure could be worse than the disease. Possibly, I'm not necessarily making that claim, but we need to be careful. Doesn't that sound familiar?
Yeah,
It sounds like something that. It sounds like somebody that I know
Right.
has said for weeks now. For weeks. Since they shut down the economy, that's what I've been saying. Mm-hmm. You look at how many people commit suicide on unemployment because they can't take care of their families.
Wash my hands.
You know, that right there, I would almost bet that the suicide rate is going to go up, potentially way higher than what this COVID virus is going to take. And the thing about this is, I'm not saying that they're any less human beings or not, but these are people in the prime of their life, working Americans that are striving to make a life for themselves, or business owners that are trying to live the American dream, that are going to find nothing to live for anymore. And it's crazy, And if there's anybody out there that possibly ever watches this that might feel that way, seek some help, because trust me, your dream isn't over. Your dream is not over. You can get back on your feet and you can make it. But yeah, it's horrible. It's stupid. And it's stupid because those deaths are directly, no conspiracy theory about it, those are directly the responsibility of our government for what they've done to this country by shutting down this economy. That's their fault. The blood is on their hands. Then you want to fix it, vote Libertarian. Because Libertarians wouldn't do any of this stuff. Libertarians wouldn't even allow themselves to have the power in order to do this craziness. All these people talking about conspiracy theories and corruption and stuff, vote Libertarian. You know what? Because Libertarians can't do any of that stuff. It violates the core principles of our platform. We can't. Smallest possible government, limited power. If you don't have any power, then you can't abuse it.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, isolated cases of business owners getting arrested.
Waiting for this business money to come through. That's one thing that I do qualify for.
Did you apply for it?
I did apply for the
How
business.
long is it going to take?
Just to see. They told me.
How long is it going to take?
I'm just saying, we should be able to get the grant. Okay.
Is this the same video?
Yeah, it's the same.
No, the governors will be very, very respectful of the presidency. Again, this isn't me, this is the presidency. The presidency has such a great importance in terms of what we're doing. And you can talk about constitution, you can talk about federalism, you can talk about whatever you want, but the best way, I'm talking now from a managerial standpoint, is to let individual governors run individual states and come to us if they have
that whole
and we will help.
total power, total authority.
You talk about having
But he's acting like it's his permission to give to the governors. You know what I mean?
facility for that in place to open up the government. Dr. Fauci said this morning that critical testing and tracing ability does not currently exist.
Well, I don't know. Look, I don't know. Again, I don't know what he said.
My question is,
Nobody knows.
My question is, will it exist by May 1st?
The individual governors have testing. The individual governors, we have many forms of testing, and new testing is being developed. Our country has to get open, and it will get open, and it'll get open safely, and hopefully quickly. Some areas quicker than other areas, but there's tremendous testing, and the governors will use whatever testing
we're
is
opening by
necessary.
Saturday.
And if they're not satisfied with their testing, they shouldn't open, but they'll use whatever's testing.
You know what they're going to do? The mandate Texas is going to do?
Will you support the organization again if Tedros is immediately replaced, or do you want to see him step down as possible
Well, we're doing an investigation. I don't know the gentleman, but I know there have been problems, and it's been very unfair to the United States, just like the World Trade Organization has been very, very unfair, and now they're coming into line. Where they consider China a developing nation, and because China's a developing nation, they take massive advantage of the United States. Why didn't other presidents stop this? I've been talking about it from the day I got in, and we're looking at that very, very strongly. World Trade, W. So I have a problem with World Health and World Trade, both of them.
Yeah, you just
I'm
got
not
on.
sure.
We went really deep into that. His theory and mine. And, Trump never knows the gentleman. You're right. I don't know the gentleman's name, but he said something.
But I'm terrific friends with him. We get along great.
It's super weird.
You know, so he talks about, anytime he talks about a foreign leader, he's like, we get along great. We have lunch together.
It was splendid.
We're gonna make him one of the president.
But look, I'd
We're
love
in
to have a
trouble.
good relationship with China.
He's the
But if you
absolute
look at
power.
it, we made a phenomenal
Federal
deal.
government
China
is
has
absolute
paid
power.
President-
He has total
China has
authority.
paid us
Shut up.
Tens of billions of dollars over the course of a very short period of time. Billions of it. Some of that money has been spent to farmers.
Google,
where they
I
were
want you to shut
targeted
down.
by China.
Google and Apple are teaming up to fight the coronavirus.
So we ended up signing
That
a
sounds
very good
expensive.
trade deal.
Can you
Now, I
imagine
wanna see if
Amazon
China
Prime
lives up to it.
iPhones?
I know President Xi. I think he will live up to it. If he doesn't live up to it, that will be okay too, because we have very, very good alternatives.
Is it expletives? Very, very good, terrific, fabulous, tremendous. What are those? Expletives?
I've spoken to hundreds of people across the country in the last few weeks who say they still can't get tested, and that they aren't social distancing because
So
they
the governors,
So
Excuse
they aren't.
me. I know your question.
Well, no,
You ready?
no.
The governors are supposed to do testing. It's up to the governors. Go ahead.
He said that's not it, and then he goes to someone
He
else.
just he blamed it on the governors. The governors need to do testing. But you got total authority. You got total.
Look, he's about to put him out.
The governors are doing the testing. It's now not up, and it hasn't been up to the federal government. Go ahead.
The question is about social distancing, sir. The question
I
is.
told them when they put this guy here, it's nothing but trouble. He's a show. If you keep talking,
He told you about to
I'll
put him out.
leave, and you can have it out with the rest of these people. If you keep talking, I'm going to leave, and you can have it out with them. Just a loudmouth. Go ahead.
He said he was going to leave.
The late night shows are going to have a ball field day with that.
You know what? You don't like me? I'm leaving.
I already know the headline.
The rest of the party's not going to like you.
How's he supposed to protect the United States when the interviewer, the news reporter was about to... I know how it's
We
going
have
to
a lot of those states.
be
They're
presented.
set to open practically now. I mean, they would be open now. We're going to let them open
hilarious.
sooner than the date. We're going to pick a date. We're going to get a date that's good, but it's going to be very, very soon. Sooner.
I promise we're not going to watch the whole press conference. Just
I'm glad we watched
you know,
that
I could
part.
literally do all of my live streams just commenting on Trump's press
We
conferences.
shouldn't be even included
Trump
in
said,
this.
I knew that guy was going to be in trouble. I told them when he got
Now,
here.
if we disagree,
It would have comedy, it would have emotion, it would have drama, it would be,
If some
it
government
would
said,
be
has a lot of
crazy.
problems, a lot of cases, a
I'm
lot
going
of
to
death,
leave if you don't stop talking.
open early, we're not going to let it happen. So we're there to watch. We're there to help. But we're also there to be critics. And on testing, very important, we've always wanted the states to do the testing.
It's
We're
funny,
not
though.
providing great testing, but the state has to provide the great testing. The state has to provide the ventilators, but they didn't do that. So we ended up going into the ventilator
Exactly.
business, essentially.
Yeah, we're
And
not.
we made tens of thousands of ventilators, and we solved the big problem for the states. But we
Why
want
you-
them to do the testing.
Why do you have ventilators?
There to help. Yeah, please.
Why does the federal government
One
have
question.
ventilators? I don't understand. And somebody asked him that, right? And he was like, because we need them. We are the federal government. We have lots of needs for lots of ventilators.
Be ready.
We need we need to be ready. This little dental floss thing he does.
We need to be ready. And then he does this as a cushioning fucking so much.
Points, hands. That's when you know you're in trouble.
Yes.
Point, you get the point and then you get the hand.
Because of what we've done. And the trade deal we have, they have to give us $250 billion in purchases. Let's see if they do that. And they're also paying us 25% or $250 billion in tariffs.
How long before President Trump said, we're not paying the debts of China anymore. Our debt's good. We're not paying them back.
We don't actually owe China that much debt. We actually owe
We're not paying them.
We owe most of it to ourselves. We owe most of it to ourselves. Most of our debt's to ourselves. Very little is with the foreign countries. Out of the amount that we owe to foreign countries, China is the biggest thing.
This is
almost
hilarious.
$500 million. We have an investigation underway
Trump
on
win again.
the World Health Organization. We
Better
will
watch out,
find
Evolve.
exactly
Trump
what
will
went
call
on.
you fake news
And
too.
we may be satisfied that
Right?
it could be remedied, and we may be satisfied.
Huge
that it's so
ventilators.
bad
Budsville said.
that it can't be
Huge
remedied.
ventilators.
We need lots of ventilators.
Huge
The
ventilators.
ventilators need to be big. They need to be bigger than China, bigger than Rosie O'Donnell.
The biggest.
Huge.
The bigliest.
Huge. The biggest of them all. It's the biggest mirror
Well,
mirror
you
on the
know, if
wall.
I'm so good to China, how come I was the only person, the only leader of a country that closed our borders tightly against China? And by the way, when I closed our
Tightly?
border, that was long ahead of
He
what
said,
anybody,
zip.
you can ask anybody
Snap,
that
snap,
was
snap,
in the
snap,
room.
snap.
21 people.
Did
I
he
was
build
the
a
one
wall to
person that
China?
wanted
I
to
went
do it.
down there.
Deborah can tell you that better than anybody. I was the one person that wanted to do it. You know why? Because I don't believe everything I hear. And I closed. And if we didn't close our border,
Is that
early,
advice?
very early,
That we shouldn't
long
believe
before
everything
the
we
kind of
hear?
kids you're talking about, we would have had thousands and probably hundreds of thousands more deaths. Please, please, that's enough. Thank you.
We're not having a conversation.
In the coming days about the coronavirus's disproportionate impact on Black Americans.
Yes, that's being worked on very strongly.
Disproportionate effect on
I
Black
would say
Americans.
within 2 weeks, and it's being worked on, Deborah. We're working on that very strongly. Okay, CDC is working, but we're getting reports on that. Yeah, please, go ahead. No, in the back, yeah.
We're working on that.
You're talking about reopening parts of the country by the end of the month, and if you do that, and as a result, you see a spike in cases in those areas.
What are you going to do?
We may not, but we may not.
You have
You know,
the-
some countries have it, some countries haven't. I'm watching other
I agree
countries, I'm
with that.
studying other countries as they open. I mean, I don't want to go into names because for some it would be a little bit embarrassing. But I'm studying other countries as we go along.
Budsville
So,
on both,
that,
chatting on both of
we
them.
have that's open.
That's awesome.
Some successfully, some
He must
okay.
know I'm in OBS and
No
not
total
in.
disaster, but some okay. And some have to go back to the hot spot and fix the hot spot. We think we're going to do it
When
very
it-
successfully. Again, we have one country, but we have lots of different pieces. It's a puzzle. We have beautiful pieces, beautiful states with capable governors. They know when it's time to open. And we don't want to put pressure on anybody. I'm not going to put
Capable
any
governors,
pressure
no,
on
so-
any
I tell you,
governor
we're
to
opening
open.
it on Friday,
I'm not
Saturday,
going to say to
Texas.
Governor Cuomo, you got to open.
It's going to be
within 7
mandatory
days. I
masks
want him
and
to take
gloves.
his time,
There's going to be
do it
regulated.
right, and then open New York.
It's going to
I'm
be
not-
it's going to be a
when he's-
regulated opening, but it's
When
going to be
he's trying to
mandatory.
control the states, then he's got total authority. But now, when it comes to opening up and people possibly dying because they open up, he doesn't want the responsibility. So he wants to have the authority, but not take the responsibility.
because
That's
we're
why.
about
That's
to-
why he's saying now. The governor's could open up to how they see
Yeah,
fit.
that's on them. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
distancing
exactly. That's
himself
exactly
from
what
it.
he's doing.
He wasn't doing that at first.
Yesterday, he was like, "The federal government
We need
is
to
the
open-
absolute power."
And a few weeks ago, like, we need to open. I don't want this.
Yeah.
And
Now
we're
he's
gonna
now
open.
he's now
Now
he's
it's getting close to
Yeah.
opening time.
now he's
And
shifting
now-
that responsibility back to the
Ooh,
governors.
I didn't even notice
This is
that.
election year, man. He can't be playing games.
He is.
He don't play
Because
games.
he kind
He
of
don't
know,
play
hey,
games.
maybe in some parts there are going to be spikes, and I'll be on me. That
That
was
was saying like Sim City.
That was the governor. Your governor chose. No, shut your mouth. Your governor
You
chose.
got, no, hand.
That's not.
You got to go
How are
point
you
to
not?
hand. Point to hand. Anyways. Oh, and Budsville said, why do they got to name us out by color?
Close business orders. Trump.
Not putting any
Y'all know
pressure
this-
on the governors.
this is
Some of them
hilarious.
don't need pressure or not pressure. I mean, they're ready to go.
Sorry,
And that's
guys,
a
it's
good
getting
thing. So
really
we'll open it up in beautiful little pieces as it
Beautiful
comes along.
little
Please go ahead
pieces.
behind you.
Yes, this is a question.
How will you open it up in beautiful little pieces?
Someone said you made sense about him distancing.
Oh, yeah.
From it.
I
His name
catch
is
things-
Dave.
I catch stuff
Libertarian.
like that.
You can he's got the whole. You can go to his channel right now and subscribe. Libertarian Dave. Type that in
Yeah,
on YouTube.
YouTube.com.
You won't see because I'm actually on his channel, so you won't see the green screen. You'll see the video if you guys want to go to Libertarian Dave. on YouTube.
YouTube.com /libertarian Dave.
All together.
All one word.
Yeah, but go ahead.
We got a Twitch channel too.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I might get on Twitch right after we get done with this.
Boom. You can co-stream on.
No, I gotta come grilling. I think I'm grilling burgers tonight. So.
Oh.
On
Twitch? What do you know?
No. No, I was gonna get on Twitch. I don't have a Twitch schedule yet, so.
Oh.
Because I don't have any followers. So
you're doing
go
burgers.
follow me. Twitch.com.
Nice.
I think it's libertarian_Dave on Twitch.
We got some Cracker Barrel. Listen to me. I'm like we.
Comes over for dinner. Anyways, so no, I like to. I try to read between the lines on stuff.
Someone said a big paragraph. Let me see what you put. People that take the time, they do
Where's
that.
that coming from?
It
Oh, I hit play.
What I'm confused about is if so many people are sick, how come there are minimum people in hospitals, and if you are sick or hurt, yeah, our hospitals are pretty.
Because it's not as big a deal
as
they want you to.
We really should.
They panicked you into thinking.
We really should do that when we was driving back. You had that. It's like, let's go to the hospital.
We should have. It hit me, you know. I should follow my instincts, you know, because this is a mission from God for me. So
yeah, you should have.
I'm on a mission from God.
Do that. I don't know why.
It's my purpose. Libertarians, spreading the ideals of liberty, educating the world on liberty.
It must be this charger.
That's my God-given purpose.
I don't want it to cut off people.
So, but anyways, and you know, the numbers keep increasing because we keep testing. So my philosophy is that the test is causing the virus.
About to die, but I promise I'll get back on. I just need.
Why isn't it charging? You need another charging cable?
Yeah, let's try a different one. Mobile hot. Oh, because I got the mobile hotspot on too.
Is that draining?
That could be the reason why. Let me just try something else.
No, that's a good cable. So yeah,
China Bill Gates. What was that about?
Oh, Bill Gates they say this is all Bill Gates. That's the other conspiracy theory.
What?
Is that Bill Gates started this thing like years ago in order to
seriously?
Yeah, because he's got the patent on the vaccine.
I haven't heard that.
He's got the patent on the vaccine.
And they're saying that he's
already
got the patent.
Yeah. So he's ready to release the vaccine.
So what do you want? Why is he holding it hostage according to
Because not enough people are dying yet.
Well, what did he gain by people dying?
Well, then
what's the motive?
It will be more important to get the vaccine. And then all these anti-vaxxers that are like, I'm not taking no vaccine, like me, like you.
In that conspiracy, what does he gain?
I mean, let's take a survey of how many people in this room are going to take the COVID-19 vaccine. Raise your hand. You didn't raise your hand.
No.
Yeah. So that literally means that 0% of people are going to take the vaccine. See, those numbers got to get higher.
What does he gain, though?
Money.
Billions. Oh, so he's selling it.
Billions. Big Pharma.
So he's going to sell
That's
it.
the other conspiracy theory, yeah. So it's all Bill Gates and Big Pharma.
Oh, so he's just waiting for the numbers to get high. Well, he should have hit it at the peak. I heard it's going down now.
Yeah, I know, right? They might have to mutate this thing.
Right.
Memphis is not really shut down. Wow, really?
Yo, follow me on Twitch too. I'm gonna do some Apex, man, tonight.
Can we co-stream on Twitch?
I should. I do Call of Duty. I did some Call of Duty.
I'll do Call of Duty. I ain't trying to do Apex on this computer.
I did some Call of Duty.
Well, I ain't doing nothing if I can't get my internet working again.
Yeah, what's up with that?
They are.
So they don't believe in.
They are
DOD.
what do they call it? DODS hacking attacks.
I wish I had a vaccine for it. I'll buy you both a boat or something. Oh, okay, we get a boat.
We get a boat. Oh well, what?
Because he'll have that money.
He's got that $264 million yacht he's sitting on right now, telling us that we need to.
He's good, man.
So we need to be social distancing with his cook and his bartender and his staff. Should we keep listening to the president?
Yeah, let's see. It's so funny. I want to see.
It is. I'm telling you, we could do our stream on this every day. People probably would not like it.
Well, you know, the big one is population control. You heard that one too.
That's what it was. Yeah, was that what it was? Was Bill Gates was talking about he wanted to eliminate 15% of the population or something? Why would he want to do that? It's less consumers for Microsoft products.
Yeah,
doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Anyways, let's see what
Basically
DT says.
You declared yourself King Trump. So I'm wondering if
I've declared myself as king. You know, I heard he said that, but I didn't see the remarks. But he understands how we helped him. He needed help. We gave him 2,900 hospital beds. He didn't use them. We gave him a ship. He didn't use them. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's good because you know what? That means he didn't need them. But we said it was too much. But we wanted to err. We said err on the side of caution, as they said. We said, look, we don't think you need it, but if you do, we're going to have them built. And the Army Corps of Engineers did a fantastic job, and the U.S. Navy did a fantastic job, but we moved a ship that was not meant for COVID, and we had it redesigned for COVID, but they still didn't have very many people going in. Now, we'll get along just fine. He understands. We'll get along just fine, please. Mr. President.
How do you assure workers in states that may reopen that are fearful about going back to work if you're getting sick?
Talk up, please, louder.
What's your assurance to workers who are asked to go back to work but are fearful of doing so?
Well, that's going to be up to the governors. The governors are going to want to make sure everything's safe. Now, I think that companies can do testing on a maybe weekly basis. You have to do it every day with the same worker.
That's smart, though.
But they can do
You've
testing.
got a good counsel.
They can do temperature gauges. They can do a lot of different things. And you know, we're only talking about for a period of time. You know, eventually we want to get back to where we were. We want people actually sitting next to each other in ball games eventually. You know, we're not going to rip out every other seat in baseball stadiums and football stadiums. We want to go back to where we were. I want people to understand that. We're not going to be like the way you are. We have 300 reporters in the back that want to see, look at this, the way this looks. I don't even like the way it looks, although I have a lot fewer reporters. That's okay with me. But look at the way this looks. I've never seen anything, John.
Holy
I've never seen anything quite
funny.
like it. But there are a lot of people. We don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. Eventually, we're going back where
He
restaurants
says
that
funny
had
things, but he
150
doesn't mean
seats
to
are
be
gonna have
funny.
150
That's his
seats, not 50
personality.
seats, because they can't make it at 50 seats.
Well, he was such a good
But
reality
more
star.
importantly, the atmosphere is even better. We have to get used to it.
Annoyingly
We have to get used to it.
funny.
I don't know that people are going to be shaking hands as readily. Some will. I said to some of the hospital people today, so will people be shaking hands again? And I must say, I was a little surprised. Most of them said probably. Because there is some kind of a thing to it. I was never a big handshaker, but when I ran for politics, I said, I think I better start shaking people's hand. Go ahead, John.
Mr. President, a couple of financial questions, if I could. Larry Kudlow said this morning that at the current run rate, the Paycheck Protection money will run out very soon. The plan to re-up it is stalled in Congress. What can you do as president to try to move that forward?
Well, we're trying to get it done. The problem is the Democrats want to put all sorts of things. Last time they put Kennedy Center, and I hated putting Kennedy Center, and I have great respect for Kennedy Center.
Jesus, Kennedy Center is like, come on, get into it, man. Get into the $17 billion to the DOD and the $9 million for the Senate's miscellaneous. And Jesus.
I said, watch the way that blows up, and it blew up. I think it blew up in their face. We want to take care of our workers. We'll worry about other things and other pet projects of Democrats and also Republicans later.
I did it again, didn't I?
Yeah, you be hitting that.
I guess it's over. I guess it's over. Yeah. It looks like I'm on the pause button now. I did hit the pause button. But anyways, we got the gist of it.
There you go.
So,
good stuff, man.
So, but what I wanted to get to is he's talking about the bill, right? The bill that passed, and he's setting up for the argument during the election about, you know, he's going to throw it in their face. Well, you know, you had to tack on the Kennedy Center to the bill. This $2.2 trillion bill that nobody voted on because, you know, Massey, representative out of Kentucky, was the only one to stand up and call for a roll call vote. Mm-hmm. He got demolished, embarrassed in the House, and they never called for a roll call vote because they didn't want a roll call vote because nobody wants to be held responsible for the largest spending bill in U.S. history. To give you a $1,200 check and to give some businesses a couple $1,000s as well.
That's it.
Literally, like maybe 500, I think 350 billion or something like that. I don't even see how that much is going to the citizens, small businesses and citizens. But that still leaves over $1.5 trillion that went to fund the federal government. That went to the pockets of everybody. Not just the Kennedy Center. Everybody got paid. Everybody got paid, right?
Everybody.
They got some pay raises. They got some salaries paid. It's crazy. It's right here. I still got this right at my feet.
PBS got paid.
I still got it at my feet. PBS. Why are you so upset about PBS getting paid?
God.
They have not made nearly as much money since Mr. Rogers passed away.
Paid.
They got to make up for their losses. I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay with PBS more than I am 9 million to
Sean wants your Twitch.
miscellaneous.
You give him
Yeah, libertarian_Dave. It's got the. I think my emblem is the porcupine.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even put the porcupine on the background this time, but yeah, it's the porcupine. So. But yeah, it's crazy. Oh, yeah, that's what. See, he gets me fired up. The Trump, he gets me fired up more than Balby does. He just wears Volvy out, apparently, while he's ready to go to sleep over here.
No, I'm not. I'm annoyed with my phone right now. Not Georgian.
Oh.
I like that pic. Alright. That's going to be a thumbnail. No.
I guess it's not going to be a thumbnail. Isn't it like the bottom button? Or is that it?
People are coming in.
Oh, now we got people coming in now? Really? Because it's after 5?
No, only because my phone, it won't charge it. I'm saying my phone's about to shut down. I can't get it. It keeps saying it's too hot. I guess I'm on YouTube and I'm at 1%. Sadly, guys, I'm sorry.
Anything else running in the background?
I don't. I gotta.
That's weird. Man, you get it out of the case.
That could be it too.
Your little pink.
Last time I had.
Your
last time
pink
I had,
bedazzled
last
case.
Time I had it
he's got a
with,
pink.
like,
Yeah,
ice.
take it out of the case. So yeah, so
You
we
guys-
can show people your phone case.
Don't. You're not seeing my phone. It's not my phone case.
Show them your phone case.
I got a rep. I run a hip hop gangster channel.
He's got a pink bedazzled
phone
phone case.
It's my sister's.
It's got little floaty hearts in it.
No, it's not. Oh, that is super hot. Don't show them. Oh man, that's
floaty.
not me.
Gangster.
Right.
You know, Eminem has a case. Wow, this thing is hot, man.
That's not
It didn't even catch on fire.
It's about to.
Eminem has a phone case just like that. That's what I hear.
No, that's.
Kaylee got it for him.
Ooh, that's
Just trying to bet
burning
it out.
hot.
You should close your closet.
Close what?
Your closet. They see all your suits and stuff.
Oh, that's true. I can't close it. There's too much stuff blocking the door. You need to turn the phone.
It's just that you're there, so I try
You're
to.
gonna burn this.
There you go. No, I think it's gonna coolly. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna help
It
you.
should cool, yeah.
Tell me.
Do we have a
ice pack?
fan to put it by it?
Yeah, ice pack. She gave me an ice pack.
No, the
last
fan would
time.
make too much noise.
Yeah, I had an ice pack last time. I was up there and it worked.
But anyways, so I guess we need to talk
Yeah.
about the elephant in the room now, huh?
Oh yeah. I just want to make sure this doesn't get cut off during that.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's dark.
it's mostly for my audience.
Yeah.
Oh no, I guess it's for your audience too. Because a lot of your audience came over.
It is,
Yeah.
which is cool. Well, we're back, guys. That's all good. Yeah, but shoot. But speaking of like I said, but speaking of other countries, I know that your YouTube. We talked a little bit about it the last time. Your YouTube, it's got a base there in India.
Yeah, it's getting. Yeah, that's where they're pushing my content
They're
to India.
pushing it.
And we talked about this during the last live stream.
Yeah.
And I guess some people took some things the wrong way.
Yeah, and I see your India, the India
The comments were kind of. They said I wasn't enlightened.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a Buddha on my wall.
Well, yeah. And I think a lot of them were.
I have a Buddha right here.
I think a lot of them were offended because they felt that I think at some point I was reading through the comments. At some point we may have said yeah, we want local. The channel is based on local.
Well, yeah,
Americans
that was the thing.
whatnot.
It's U.S.
when
politics.
we said Americans.
Well,
and whatnot,
I really
they-
thought about it. I thought because I pray, I meditate, and I think about things, and then I do kind of regret that I said that because this libertarian movement that I'm on, this purpose that I have to educate about libertarian. You know, I'm really local focused. I really want to spread this. I want to build the Libertarian Party and libertarian principles in El Paso,
right?
Because I think this city could really use it. And so, being that I have so much focused locally, when I find out that my stuff is being pushed to the other side of the planet, I'm like, well, this is not really helping my purpose very much. I didn't mean any offense by it.
It just felt like you were a little off mission. So to speak.
But then just praying about it and stuff, and I realized, wherever I can spread this message, is good.
Yeah,
it's good. If it can help people, I'm really curious about how things are in India now. I'm wondering if people are watching my content over there and liking my content,
right?
As far as talking about libertarian principles and stuff, then I'm interested now. I'm wondering what type of government, what type of economic system they have there. What do they have going on, and especially a country as old and as populated as they. Because in comparison to the United States, literally their religion is the oldest religion. Do you know that, Evolve?
45.
The Hindu is the oldest of the popular religions, I'll say. Of the most, I think, top 6 most popular Hindu is the oldest religion.
Oh, okay.
Literally, Buddhism, which is pretty old too, but Buddhism actually came from Hinduism. So.
Yeah, but I guess I want to start off by, definitely, a sincere apology, on behalf. I didn't, I know that Dave and even myself, it wasn't meant to be offended. Oh, we don't want any or anything like that. It's so.
And we laugh and joke.
Yeah, we laugh and joke. It's just that, like he said, he did have a mission and a goal and plan when you start something. But, sometimes when you start something, you can't imagine how it would, like you said, affect certain people. So that mission and it starts to expand. You see possibilities and it enlarge your vision and what you want to do. And I think that's just what happened. We start off locally and wanting to have an impact locally, but then when we see that, man, we're impacting India, then hey, let's do it. And that's just the thing.
So for real, this Saturday, hopefully I have internet. Yeah, I'll just do it through my phone. But so this Saturday, 5 a.m., which is I think 5:30 p.m. in New Delhi, India. So it'd be prime time, 5 a.m. my time. So I might be in my pajamas with a cup of coffee, but I plan on going live just to see if anybody wants to come in and ask me anything. I'm real curious if there's any real questions about libertarianism. If maybe there is a market for liberty on the other side of the world, in a country that's, I don't even know, 50 times older than the United States.
I want to know, and we're super open. Like, we have the open chat, and
know they're 3 times more popular.
I did read
populated. India has 1.3 billion people. 3 times as many people as the United States.
They made channels like PewDiePie and some of your biggest channels on YouTube. These are all Indian pushed and whatnot. They have a massive impact though.
Yeah, have you heard the pop music? Like popular Indian pop music?
Yeah, that whole channel that you followed, number 1 that was on Social Blade and whatnot. So yeah, there guys, for sure. And we're always open, and I did read a few comments saying far as enlightenment. I believe it or not, I know I joke a lot and whatnot, but I love learning. I love learning about different subjects, especially science and space. I'm a huge fan of that. But different subjects and religion and people and whatnot. So if there's things you feel like you want to enlighten, hey, come in Saturday. I want to know, because there are
you gonna show up at 5 a.m.?
There are some.
Why don't we just we'll go live at like. No, we can't. I don't want to be. No, we go live at 5 a.m. and we'll just stay on.
And stay on.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to show up at 5. Well, remember, I told you the next time we do it.
I'm up.
24-hour stream, it's going to be we're going to start at 5 a.m. That's what I told you. Next time we do 24 hours.
Well, if you're dedicated to Saturday, and definitely,
I'm doing it Saturday,
if Indian,
you here or not, I'm going to be here Saturday.
And if Indian want to, guys, I know it seemed a little weird. We just wanted to
They called
address
me
it.
racist, though.
They did.
Really.
You're probably one of the most, like Donald Trump said, I'm one of the
least racist.
Yeah.
No,
and
I mean, I honestly believe everybody has a little. Here. Everybody has a little bit of prejudice, but
I want to be here, and that's the thing. And like I was learning just reading the comments that they was like, yeah, we majority we speak English, we know English.
I never said that they didn't. Did I mention? Did I say anything about them not speaking English?
I don't know. I think they were. You had some people in the comment doing India.
I don't think it's not.
I don't know why it brought up.
I mean,
I don't know why.
It's great that they. It's great that
but
they
brought it up. They said there was something. For some reason, someone said you do know that we all speak.
Yeah. I think maybe because I was saying that. Because I think that maybe
you
that's what
Americans
it was. Because I was
English.
upset that it was. I was upset that my content was being pushed to India. Maybe they were thinking because I didn't think that they would even be able to comprehend the content. But that wasn't at all what I was saying. I was because I want to change the politics in the United States.
And it could just be one of those right along those same lines. It could just be one of those situations where they're already seen as one way and someone's saying. But anyway, yeah, I think we hit it. What the heck are you guys even talking about? Well,
you have to go to my channel, look at the comments from our last live stream.
Live stream. So, but yeah, we'll see you all on Saturday.
Yeah, hopefully. I know most. They're. I mean, it's 5 a.m. there right now. They're 12 hours ahead, so they're just waking up. So I know people. They'll probably jump on and watch it later, and hopefully accept our apology if we offended anybody.
No, nothing that. Now, what about my money? Obama. Leaks.
Oh, Wednesday tomorrow for all y'all about your money. You're getting it tomorrow, but you got to bow down and kiss the ring. And unfailingly pledge your loyalty to King Trump. I'm just kidding. But anyway. He did call. I can't believe he used. I heard President Trump actually say the words King Trump.
He likes that. He's gonna put that somewhere
in his tweets. He's gonna tweet it out. King Trump.
He's gonna put it somewhere.
What did they call it when the king puts out a proclamation? I hereby proclaim today. Proclamations.
That's all good stuff. But yeah,
good
that's that.
So is there anything else we wanted to talk about? I'm trying to think.
Maybe that was our biggest. It's good.
Easter service. We had Easter. I had Easter service. Yeah. I had Easter service. If you listen to the,
I went to.
I'm going to leave this up to the first intro song with my little bomb timer at the beginning of the video. The first intro song was actually recorded at my church service on Saturdays. The Church What Church Who Church You.
Oh, okay.
Song. Did you hear it?
I did hear it. It was good.
It's good.
It was fun.
It goes from It was
pretty funny.
It goes from like kind of pop to gangster rapish to then you got a rapper comes out there and starts rapping, and then it ends up in like this rock and roll style.
Yeah, it was really good.
Pastor's pretty proud.
Hey, should talk about we can spark some interest for others that want to get on Saturday. Maybe you do the where are you at in subs? Maybe we do that road. Maybe you do some giveaway.
Road to 200?
Yeah.
174, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I can't see it.
Yeah, so we do our custom shirt. We do our custom shirt.
The frozen screen.
We do our custom shirt for subs.
Yeah, the custom.
And we do something for subs, and I'm
I'm
gonna donate something. Some gift cards. I'll probably do some. We'll have some trivia. I'm gonna get some stuff. I'll do that.
Libertarian bumper stickers.
Bumper stickers. Boom. Yeah. Yes, you can make some. Yeah, you got those. You got those.
I could get some.
Yeah.
It would take me a while. I have to order them from LP.
Oh, okay. We'll do
LP.org.
We'll find some. We'll get a bunch of little stuff. To give
so
away. We'll make a one day out of it.
What's going on locally here in El Paso? So they have
Locally, okay, that's
the
what's
arena,
going on.
the
So
arena.
governor, wait, let's.
No, that's not local. I'm talking El Paso.
No,
local.
El Paso. We're opening on Friday. We're opening.
That's governor of Texas. That's the whole state. I'm talking
He's gonna-
locally. It would be El Paso.
I know.
So they're
but
talking
what
about
he's saying-
defunding the arena here in El Paso and transferring the money to build to redo the convention center.
Really?
Yeah.
The stadium?
Abraham Chavez.
Oh.
Right next to the ballpark.
The ballpark.
Yeah, the ballpark that we're also paid for through taxpayer money.
Well, you know they were talking about the L.A. The new Los Angeles may play here in El Paso. May have to play a game here because it's not yet ready, and they
The
have
Dodgers.
And
Baseball?
No, the new football team. The Rams, not the they just
Chargers.
Chargers, because they're
gonna play it.
because 10 people.
Don Haskins?
Because 10 people died.
I mean,
Because 10 people from the construction team that was working on it, they died and they ceased construction on the stadium. So they're looking at they said that El
the
Paso.
Sun Bowl.
They said that the Sun Bowl. They said that El Paso, and then there's another stadium in LA. They said it was 3. It was El Paso, Sun Bowl.
Play all their games for the
No,
whole
they're
year?
going to be playing. They have to play a game the first
Oh, a
week.
game.
Yeah,
Because they
first-
couldn't use
first weeks.
USC Stadium or UCLA.
That's the thing. They said most
the
likely
Coliseum, the Rose Bowl.
No, that's a big thing. Like I get all the stuff, but yeah, that's a big thing. It says it's a possibility.
It's
It
10
said
people, right?
it's like a yeah.
What did they just say?
No, they died. Yeah, they died. One was literally. Never mind.
Fell down?
No, one was literally building.
He was building just.
See,
Did
you're
he fall
laughing
off?
about that. No, from Corona.
He was working with Corona.
He was working with Corona. I get it.
Why would you go to work on a construction site with the
Because
Corona?
construction,
that bad.
because they have to supply for their family and whatnot. These construction.
Apparently not, because they shut them down. Everybody got shut down. King Trump shut everybody.
I don't mean to laugh. That's not fun. Oh, well, can you knock something over again? Really, people? Stop it. Stop it.
Got a
Not
cap on it.
knocking over. Hey, is there cranberry juice?
In a sippy cup, yeah.
We're good. This was a good stream. We need to
See
do
this?
Guys,
I drink out of a cap.
We're gonna have.
See?
We're gonna have a whole schedule. I want to put MK Ultra. We're gonna dedicate an hour.
Dude,
to
we didn't even
MK
talk about. I
That's
listened
we
about
needed
MK
to-
Ultra.
I told you it's a
the
huge,
shadow,
and it's a real
the shadow, out of the shadows.
It's insane.
This YouTube thing, out of the shadows.
I told you.
4 million views. I can't even get 1K. This guy got 4 million views in 4 days.
I told him it's a real thing, and I told him, and he was like, "What?
They all fried up on LSD and stuff, and
Yeah.
now but they saying that the MK
was
Ultra
good.
never stopped. That it's still going on, and you know what they're using now is they're using media.
And we're gonna bring Eminem in it.
Look, it said MK Ultra, and the viewers went up by 2, like that. CIA, I'm telling you, CIA right there. They were
They
like,
came in.
somebody said MK Ultra, boom, we're watching. CIA watching us
FBI
now.
has entered the stream.
That's right. What's up, guys? How you doing? God bless America.
So Saturday we need to dedicate with Quinn videos. I got some videos. I got some thoughts
On MK Ultra?
MK Ultra.
Your video scamming.
On MK Ultra.
MK Ultra video.
And then I want to bring up
So
something on
Eminem is mind controlled by MK Ultra
He was MK Ultra according to he was MK Ultra
until they cloned him.
and they've got a lot of different clips that prove it and showed it in real time.
So we're going to talk about that
we have
on Saturday. We're going to have 12 hours. So
yeah. So that's we dedicate some time.
well, we're going to do our 24-hour divided by 2 stream.
Yes. We'll have giveaways. We'll talk with Eminem. We'll talk all types of stuff. Libertarian. We'll bring up types. A lot is going to be happening from now on until.
Hey, before we go though, does anybody want to call in?
Yeah, let's until we get to our 2-hour mark.
Yep, hit us up on chat if you want to call in.
Hey, anyone want to call in, talk to us before we go?
My phone is charging, so if nobody I don't want to take it off the charger unless somebody wants to call. Then I'll pull it off the charger. You can call in.
Here's the number:
209-2089.
We're not local, so it's 915.
915, yeah. do I have that on the? I think I do.
So
I hope I do. That would
915-209-2089.
It should be up on the screen.
You can call that number right now and talk before we go. We'll like to hear whether you have any conspiracy theory or it's something you want to give input on. The lines are open. 915-209-2089. 2089. That's the call in. Go ahead.
And give it if you do call in.
We start talking about MK Ultra now. It's starting to come up.
So, if you do call, it sounds like it's an answering machine, but it's not. Just hang on the line because I have to select one in order to answer the phone.
Yeah, take your time.
So just stay on the line and I'll answer it. It's just Google Voice is kind of funny like that.
915-209-2089.
It's up on the screen right there.
Oh, it is down there for the people that are on Libertarian.
Snaky here.
Feel free to call in. We'll talk to you. We want to hear from you, hear what you have to say before we close out. Or if you have questions or statements or some theories that you have.
I mean, if you just want to give a take. You ever watch Jim Rome?
Yeah.
Jim Rome, the sports takes.
Yeah.
You want to just do your.
Yeah.
If you just want to drop a take, you want to drop some bars, you can drop some bars too. I was dropping bars. What was I dropping bars about?
Somebody said, "What about your Discord?" The call-in's better.
I got Discord.
You do.
Oh yeah, the Discord didn't work. Why didn't it?
It was being weird. I don't know. Someone said that they couldn't hear you. Lady kept saying they can't hear you or you cutting out. 915-209-2089. 915-209.
It had something to do with the audio. It was like the delay on the audio. I think that's what it is because, they can either hear it through the phone or they can hear it through the computer. But if they're hearing it, if we're having a conversation over the phone, then it comes up on the computer late. It's the delay between YouTube and Discord that I think caused the problem. So
that could be it.
So it's just easier.
Sounds legit.
So it's just easier with the phone call.
Yeah, we're about to close out there, guys. This is our last 3 minutes as our call in time. If anyone want to call in, 915-209-2089. Lines are open.
I did. Did you watch my video that I uploaded yesterday?
Oh yeah, I was in the live stream.
I put that title. I thought it would be a good attention grabber. COVID-19 was the number one killer in the U.S.
Oh.
Yeah, number one killer in the U.S. was COVID-19. Why is that? Because everybody's dying of everything else less.
Yeah, they suppress killer. You put that in there, suppressing stuff like that. YouTube's gonna suppress killer, of course. That ain't gonna go nowhere.
So I need to change it to cause of death?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do that right now. Then.
Yeah.
Right after I get out, I'm gonna change
killer or even blood on the screen in your thumbnail. Just
what about slicing a little kid's throat?
You know that's.
Did you post that?
Get you a strike. Oh,
you did that. That was a TikTok upload.
That was a TikTok.
You did it on TikTok.
Yeah,
that was good though.
It was good. It came out well. I was about to say something. Oh, my strike got done.
Oh, your copy strike?
Yeah, that's strike.
Oh, good for you. Who is that from? Biznuttle or whatever?
Hip Hop DX.
Hip Hop DX.
Yeah.
I got no copyrighted material.
I don't know. You know what? I woke up. I was at 25,010. 25,010.
Congratulations! 25K.
Big 25K guy now.
25K.
Hey. Okay. So guys, last call out before we end there. I'm gonna do my outro. If anyone want to call in, 915-209-2089. The lines are open, and we'll go from there. But if not, I just want to say we'll see you all. So are you doing it Friday?
Your phone looks like it has an owie. It's got his phone has an ice pack on its head.
Hey, it worked. It helped it.
Yeah, it's charging.
Yeah, it's charging, so it's all good. I think it was this too. It's concealing the heat too.
It is, yeah. Mine's out too. So I guess now we get
I'll see you all. I have an episode tomorrow. I have to hit on this Bazzino story, and I wanted to put out the 50 Cent and Ja Rule supposed to be doing an Instagram battle and whatnot. That's a big story. That's a pretty funny one.
Huge.
It's gonna be huge. You don't want to miss it.
I'm trying to be your hype man, Donald Trump.
There you go. So check that out, and then Devolvey, he'll have an episode out on Thursday. Don't miss that. Subscribe. We'll see you all on Friday. Wait, so what are we doing? How's that gonna work? Are we still doing Friday?
Yeah, we're still doing Friday.
For America. Yeah, so
we're gonna do Friday.
Friday and then Saturday in the
try to build this U.S. audience. I think it's wrong though because I looked at the Ma 2's mask video, right? And it said there was 0 viewers from the U.S. And I know that's wrong.
That's wrong.
Because my mom watched it.
Yeah, Tanisha comment on it.
Yeah. So
we watched it.
I know, right?
I was on the stream. So
yeah.
So yeah.
So there's something wrong with it. Numbers. I'll show you after we get done here.
I mean, you need to do a video then. Gives me a reason to stay up. I'll just be here. That's the only way I'm gonna.
So we need to shoot a video.
You need to
so
shoot,
you can edit it.
So I can edit. So I got something to do during this.
I need to learn how to do that stuff though. I did the. Did you see that was?
I'm gonna shoot my own video.
That was the
after
extent.
Live stream.
That was the extent of my Vegas knowledge right there.
It came out well. I was super impressed.
But I want to know how to do
did good.
like there was one point when I was talking about when I said it's terrific. It's the biggest killer. It's terrific, and I was hoping like the little poof thing they did on It's Elementary.
Right.
I would like the confetti.
Yeah, the confetti.
Yeah, I want to know how to do stuff like that.
Yeah, that cool stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Is it better than Adobe?
It is.
Adobe Director or whatever?
Yeah.
A guy at church does it. He's using Adobe. He's trying to figure it out. Struggling too. So we were comparing struggles.
Yeah, Vegas. Vegas is more friendly. That's why it's better. It's more actually user friendly. Adobe.
Really? Than Adobe?
Adobe, you can do some. I'm telling you. Have you? But so that's just
we're going to tech support now.
Right? I forgot to tell you. So hey, there, Evolvers. Hey, if you are new, man, we've got so much to talk about. Go ahead over to Libertarian Dave on YouTube. We'll be streaming from there, so you won't see this green screen. So whenever you see me doing my political bag and talking about the government, and I'm going live, so most likely I'm on his channel. So you can go ahead and go to his channel, so you'll be able to see some of the videos. You won't see the green screen and whatnot, and all that other good stuff. But I love to hear your input in the comments. It's always fun, as always, guys. Hey, KIP, keep it positive. I will see you all in the next video. Libertarians, thank you guys. It's always fun coming through, chatting, talking with you all. I love when you all give input. I love to hear the knowledge, because honestly, we don't know it all, and especially what's going on with you all locally. And sometimes when we put pieces together locally, from what's going on our side to other countries, we can put some stuff together and get in a very needed conversation as far as information. So definitely input. And if you have, and one last thing I want to say to both channels, if you have a favorite YouTuber, support them. Rather it's myself or whoever, just support them in your comments, or rather it's a comment or a like, because I can tell you it encouraged them, and you force them to want to upload more, want to do more, want to be better, not for themselves but for you, when they feel that they got that support. So go ahead and support them, and the more you support in your comments and the likes, then the better the YouTuber will be. The better they'll be in their delivery, on their time schedule, on their content, and just trying to make it look better for you. But I can tell you it works. So do that. And I say that for the general, no matter who it is. All right, then. But other than that, I will see you all in the very next episode.
It's going to be huge.
Yes.
It's going to be huge. And I'll say thank you very much for watching. I appreciate everything you guys do. Please leave a comment if you got anything you want to talk about, or you got any questions you want from me, you want me to answer. Please leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. You can hit the notification bell. You know, you could.
Up there.
I'm pretty on time, unlike some people we know. But I try to keep all my information factual. I'm not going to say I'm right 100% of the time, and that all my information is going to be 100% accurate. Like I said, today we talked about a lot of conspiracy theories, and there's a lot of them out there, so I got no problem about talking about those either. If I can squash them, I'll squash them. If I can find some evidence to support them, I might talk about that too. As you can see from this, I kind of moved away from talking about the virus a little bit more, and we're talking about the government and the abuse of power and stuff. Get it back to libertarian values about smaller government and freer society and the benefits from that. I think we're seeing a good example of the problem with larger government, big government, and how that ends up turning into an abuse of power. And I appreciate all the support. Please look at the Libertarian Party, lp.org, if you're in the United States, or even if you're around the world. You might find some valuable information on a platform for libertarianism. And it's like I said, I think on one of my posts for my actual county page is, you know, if you don't have a party in your area, if you can't find one, then make one. You know, you might be the only one to start, but you'd be surprised at how many people are very libertarian minded once you start talking to them. A couple of good resources for learning more about libertarianism, besides myself, of course, is Ron Paul. He's got a lot of good books out there. Dr. Mary Ruart, she's got a lot of good books out there about it. And then lp.org, LP Texas is our state page. And then on Facebook, you can look at the El Paso County Libertarian Party. That's my page. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate all the love. God bless you all. Stay safe, and peace.